My name is John Bosco Tusingwire. I'm the founder and executive director at Community Initiatives for Biodiversity Conservation. In my organization, I chair the board and other committees. I also oversee all the activities undertaken by our employed staff with the help of the general manager. In Uganda, about 78% of the people depend on agriculture for livelihood and live below poverty line, and 20% of the people go to bed hungry, while 35% of the children below 5 years are malnourished. However, in southwestern Uganda, the indigenous minority Batwa pygmies who were evicted from their ancestral home in the forest where they used to stay as food gatherers and hunters suffered extreme poverty, hunger, and malnutrition to the extent of extinction. The Bata people have never been farming, but joined a community where, in order to eat, they had to till land, take care of crops, harvest, and eat also to earn a living. Having known that tourism business was booming and population was growing and people needed food, I formed the organization to provide training grounds to recruit the indigenous Batwa pygmies and train and supported them to change their lifestyles of food gathering and hunting into real farmers so that they would have what to eat and what to sell for a living since there was no more hops in the forest. I started demonstration farms in different villages and expanded farming at household level of each farmer and kept monitoring their progresses to ensure success of each farmer as they grew vegetables, bananas, and other food security crops. We started agriculture in schools, teaching children to grow vegetables and offering cooking lessons to parents and teachers so that malnutrition is prevented. We opened grocery stores and linked local farmers with tourist lodges, which prompted lodges to start buying locally and supporting local businesses, thus allowing locals also to benefit from tourism. We are doing climate smart conservation agriculture, teaching people sustainable farming practices. We are training and supporting people to do high value agribusiness, measuring and growing vegetables, mushrooms, bananas, fish, other food security crops like maize, beans, as well as keeping bees as pollinators and source of honey and medicine. We are solving the problem of ever-growing need of food in the ever-growing population through innovative climate-smart farming practices like picking plastic bottles and make rain water harvesting tanks to store water for irrigation during the dry season. We are doing demonstration gardening to farmers and providing farmer-to-farmer extension services to enable farmers have relevant farming skills. We provide seeds, tools, and other requirements for production. We tackle farmer challenges by addressing factors of production and empowering them financially through village savings and loans associations. We make sure that all that is produced is consumed or is sold, and people must realize an income. We are using vertical technology of growing mushrooms or vegetables, either in sacks or ropes, to increase land use efficiency. For example, landless women and youth can produce mushrooms or backyard vegetable gardens. Indoor growth is also immune to hailstorm damage and can be grown throughout the dry season with a source of water for irrigation. Most of the vegetables we grow are completely organic. For example, the project grow oyster mushrooms on dry matter waste like beans, millet, or sorghum husks, which is locally available abundantly and cheaply. The technology of rainwater harvesting by recycling plastics to build water tanks for use during the dry season makes the farmers' production more reliable and trusted by customers through sustainable continuity and growth. This innovation also provides safe and accessible water for human consumption. Since 2012 to date, we have trained and supported 17,000 families in sustainable agriculture. Among these are 340 minority Batwa pygmies families who have been transformed from hunting and food gathering from the forest into modern farmers. We have established community demonstration plots and improved individual gardens that have produced and sold over 2,050 tons of food to the market increasing household incomes. We have established school cook gardens and improved the diet for over 50,000 children in 13 schools. We have created conservation and climate-smart agriculture awareness and education to over 5 million people and built over 20 rainwater harvesting tanks made of recyclable plastics. This award will expand a cooperative self-help program, providing opportunity for new members to train at our Innovation Skills Support Center in low-cost, sustainable agricultural production, followed by seed loans and continuing agricultural extension services, support and cooperative marketing, distribution, and sales. We want to expand agricultural self-help skills for sustainable development. This is an initiative that recruits, trains, and supports youth with agricultural skills for sustainable agriculture as a business. This initiative has been ongoing at CBK for the last 8 years at our establishment in the Bohoma, Karungu district. It will enhance climate-smart agriculture and enable at least 70% of the farmers under our program to earn at least $10 per day as surplus funds. In our struggle to end extreme poverty and hunger while conserving environment, we have come to witness changing conditions and also adapted to them to make resilient communities. In farming, we have been buying fish feeds from Kampala, but during COVID-19 lockdown countrywide, transport was closed, and so we started making our own fish feeds, and the results are very good. Also, during dry season, our gardens dries out, but we have been able to bring water to the gardens through rainwater harvesting by building water tanks made of recyclable plastics, and also did some gravity flow schemes, created dams, and use manual water pumps to supply water to crops, enabling farmers to produce throughout the year. We have had challenges of labor shortage among farmers. Being expensive, we have advised farmers to put resources together and start lending their physical labor to one another and form groups and start village savings and loans associations for inclusive financial transformation. Adding value to most of our perishable foods like mushrooms, so that what is not sold fresh can be kept and sold at a later time, even at premium prices. Starting and opening farmers' restaurants so that market for our food is readily available, and people who don't have time to cook can surely find ready food at our farm to dining restaurant. Also, due to land scarcity, we have tried to start vertical gardening in mushrooms and vegetable growing. Plans are underway to start making our own mushroom spawn. Community Initiatives for Biodiversity Conservation has developed a proposal to expand the agricultural self-help skills for sustainable development worth $95,260. The project requires to construct youth living quarters, training structures, improving learning field projects like fish ponds, beekeeping, mushrooms, and vegetable growing, among other structures. The project will also facilitate for training, seed loans, and continuing support services.